Did you know one black chemist's discoveries made affordable treatments possible for millions? From arthritis pain to hormone therapy? His name was Percy Julian, and his story is one of brilliance, struggle, and triumph against all odds. Stay with us as we uncover how this remarkable man changed modern medicine forever and became one of the most influential chemists in history. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring, untold stories of Black excellence in science, business, and beyond. Percy Julian was born in Montgomery, Alabama, in 1899, a time when racial segregation ruled every corner of life. His parents, though living under harsh discrimination, believed deeply in education. His father worked for the railway, and his mother was a school teacher. They nurtured a love of learning in young Percy that would later defy the odds of his environment. From a young age, Percy was fascinated by science, always asking questions and seeking to understand how the world worked. But in the South of his time, opportunities for a black child with such ambition were almost non-existent. Schools for black students only went up to a certain grade, but that didn't stop him. He read books on his own, studied late into the night, and dreamed of becoming a scientist. When he was finally accepted to DePaul University in Indiana, it was nothing short of a miracle. He was one of very few black students, and the odds were stacked against him. Percy wasn't allowed to live in the dorms because of his race, so he worked as a waiter in a fraternity house, sleeping in the attic and studying by dim light after everyone else had gone to bed. Despite every obstacle, he graduated at the top of his class, earning the highest honors. His professors saw his talent and wanted him to go further, but the system wasn't ready to let a black man rise easily in academia. When American universities turned him away from graduate programs, he refused to give up. Percy went to Harvard, where he earned his master's degree. But even there, racial barriers followed him. He was told he would not be allowed to teach white students, no matter how brilliant he was. Still undeterred, he set his sights beyond America and traveled to Austria to pursue his PhD in chemistry. There, he finally found what he had longed for: acceptance and respect purely for his intellect. In Vienna, Percy thrived. He became fluent in German, conducted groundbreaking research, and earned his doctorate with distinction, becoming one of the first African Americans to do so in the field of chemistry. Returning to the United States, he hoped his success abroad would open doors, but racism was still alive and well. Many institutions refused to hire him. Yet fate had other plans. Percy was eventually offered a position at the Glidden Company, a paint manufacturer in Chicago. There, surrounded by equipment and endless curiosity, he made discoveries that would change medical science forever. While experimenting with soybeans, Percy discovered a way to synthesize important human hormones like progesterone and testosterone from plant materials. At the time, these hormones were extremely expensive to produce, making treatments for many diseases unreachable for most people. Percy's innovation made them affordable and accessible, transforming modern medicine. His work led to the creation of cost-effective steroids and cortisone treatments for arthritis, asthma, and many other inflammatory conditions. Millions of people benefited from his discoveries, though many never knew his name. Imagine a world where such medical miracles were reserved only for the wealthy. Percy Julian helped ensure that didn't happen. His inventions not only revolutionized pharmaceutical chemistry, but also proved that brilliance knows no racial boundary. But success did not protect him from the prejudice of the time. Even as a world-renowned chemist, Percy and his family faced racism in their daily lives. When he moved into a white neighborhood in Illinois, his home was attacked with firebombs simply because of the color of his skin. Yet he refused to move or back down. Instead, he used his voice and influence to fight for equality. He became a mentor to young black scientists, helping them find opportunities that had once been denied to him. His strength wasn't just in the lab. It was in his unyielding spirit. As his fame grew, Percy decided it was time to build something of his own. In 1953, he founded Julian Laboratories, a company dedicated to producing synthetic cortisone and other vital compounds. It became a massive success. In just a few years, Julian Laboratories made him one of the first black millionaires in science. But wealth never changed him. He continued to focus on innovation, education, and empowerment. When he sold the company for millions, he used much of that money to support research, education, and scholarships for young black students who dreamed of entering the sciences. At home, Percy was a devoted husband and father. He valued family as much as his career and made sure his children understood the importance of perseverance and pride. He lived a life of dignity, surrounded by the success he had built through hard work and intellect. His luxurious home in Oak Park symbolized not only personal triumph, but also a victory for every barrier he had broken. Throughout his lifetime, Percy Julian received numerous awards and honors for his contributions to chemistry and medicine. He was elected to the National Academy of Sciences, becoming the second African American to receive that distinction. Scientists and scholars around the world recognized his brilliance, and universities honored him for his pioneering work. But what meant most to him was knowing his discoveries continued to improve lives every single day. In his later years, Percy reflected on his journey. From the small, segregated classrooms of Alabama to global recognition as one of the greatest chemists of the 20th century. He once said that science had given him purpose, but perseverance had given him life. Percy L. Julian passed away in 1975, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations of scientists and dreamers. His name may not always appear in history books alongside others, but his impact is felt every time a life is saved through the medicines his work made possible. Percy Julian's story is not just about chemistry. It's about courage, brilliance, and the power of perseverance. He proved that no wall of discrimination could hold back a determined mind. His life reminds us that true greatness comes not from privilege, but from purpose. Percy L. Julian didn't just change chemistry, he changed history. His discoveries continue to shape the world of medicine, and his story continues to inspire millions to dream bigger and push harder. If this story moved you, imagine what's coming next. Like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories of brilliance, resilience, and legacy. Turn on notifications so you never miss a story that celebrates the power of human potential. Stay inspired, stay curious, and keep believing that one mind can change the world.